What's up, guys? I want to show you a Merfolk in a tournament. I'm going to do a play-by-play with commentary. This is my opening hand. This is round 1, game 1, by the way. This is my opening hand. It's turn 1 Aether Vial, some creatures, Mutavault I can attack with. Pretty good keep. Don't think you can get much better than that with Merfolk. So at the end of my turn, he fetched for Sacred Foundry, paying life to bring it in untapped, and then he bolted me. At this time, I wasn't 100% sure, but I had my suspicions I was up against Burn. Most other Lightning Bolt decks would rather save those for like potential threats, and so I had my suspicions. So I play Mutavault, I keep Remand up. End of my turn, he Lightning Helix me. I counter it with Remand. And he recast it on his turn when I was tapped out. Get in there with Mutavault. Aether Vial's ticked up to 2 now, so I can start flashing in my creatures at the end of his turn. You really want Aether Vial on 2. That's where most of your creatures are, in the 2-drop range. If you can get Aether Vial up to 2, you usually want to keep it right there. He suspended Rift Bolt. So at this point, there was no doubt in my mind I was up against Burn. It's going to be a race. I knew one thing for certain: I wasn't going to leave the match without, some third-degree burns, smoke inhalation. So I flash in Spell Skype. I want to try to redirect that Rift Bolt to it. Get in for some more damage with Mutavault. He skull cracks me at the end of my turn. I can't redirect Skullcrack to Spellskite, so I just had to let it happen. So here comes Rift Bolt. I redirect it to Spellskite. Then he casts another Lightning Helix targeting Spellskite. So he wants to... right now it's great play. It's 2 for 1ing him and prevented 6 damage to my face. So that right here, that's a good play. But then I just I cast Vapor Snag, bringing Spellskite back to my hand. It counters this card effectively, so he won't gain the 3 life off of it now. Then he plays Eidolon of the Great Revel. I flash back in Spellskite. So that last turn was really good for me. Not so good for my opponent. He's at 1 card. So I'm looking good. If he wants to trade Eidolon, he's in for a Rude Awakening. So he didn't block. I'm going to flash in Merfolk, giving Merfolk a +1/+1, all Merfolk. So if he would have blocked, I just would have ate his creature and Mutavault would have lived. But I still make the play, just because it makes Mutavault a 3/3 and get 1 more point of damage in. You just gotta race. You gotta race against Burn. You're either racing, or if you know your deck can't race Burn, then your whole game plan is to try to stabilize long enough so he's like top decking, and then you can start trying to win, countering his Burn, gaining life. If you like to brew your own decks, my advice is find somebody who plays Burn and ask them to grind out some matches with you. And if your homebrew can't win against Burn, or at least has a fighting chance against burn, it's probably crap and you should go back to the drawing board. That's a good way to know if what you're building is a viable deck. If it can't beat burn, then it's probably not good enough for modern. That's kind of what I've learned, and I think it's good advice. So he plays another Eidolon. I blocked with Spellskite. I figured if he wants if he wants to waste another burn spell, maybe his last burn spell in his hand, he's more than happy to. I'm at 10 life, a little dangerous. I attacked the Mutavault. Didn't attack the Mural Reedry. I didn't really want to trade. I just didn't feel like I needed to. He's at 7 life. Any spell he plays, he's going to be taking 4 damage. Right? Is that right? Yeah, they deal 2 damage apiece. So if he wants to play anything, he's more than happy to. And he concedes. Alright, game 2. Up against Burn. This is a great opening hand I kept as a negate for his burn spells. Got a Curse Catcher I can sack for his burn spells, countering them. Got a Mutavault I can attack with, 2 islands, so I can cast my Lord on turn 2. It's a great hand. Been very lucky in this matchup for these kinds of hands. So he bolts me in response to Curse Catcher, which is the smart play. I'd be more than willing to sack Curse Catcher to counter that. And he casts Grim Lavamancer. It's pretty scary. I don't have any answers for it in hand, and I really don't have any answers for Grim Lavamancer in my deck, except for like Vapor Snag can buy me some turns. And so really the only card I could use is Spellskite right now. I didn't attack there. I don't really know why. I'd be more than happy to trade with Grim Lavamancer. I didn't attack. I think I was so concentrated on trying to negate something that I just wasn't. I don't know. My head wasn't in the game there. So again, I didn't attack. I didn't attack the Mutavault because I wanted to keep negate up. I have no idea why I'm not attacking with Curse Catcher. I could have dealt 2 damage to him, because I know he's not going to trade. So not really sure. Pretty bad misplay. So he activates Grim Lavamancer, killing Curse Catcher anyways. So I might as well have been attacking with it. Really, I don't know why he killed. I don't know why he killed Curse Catcher. I'm not gonna. Obviously, I wasn't attacking with it. It didn't pose no threat to him, but he destroys it. Drew Aether Vial. Still keeping the gate mana open. So they're smashed to smithereens, just destroying Aether Vial, dealing me 3 damage. I countered it with negate. He activates Grim Lavamancer again. Molten Rain, destroying my Mutavault and dealing 2 damage to me. This guy's just going to work on me now. Like, he has me right where he wants me. I really need to find an answer to this Grim Lavamancer. I think that's what I do here is I Spreading Seas his Sacred Foundry just to draw a card. Really, he has enough mana to cast whatever he draws into. that doesn't really affect him that much. He activates Lavamancer in response, down to 11. It's not looking good. Draw Silvergill Adept. I play it. I need to find Vapor Snag or Spellskite, really. And I do. I do find Spellskite, but Ithral's at 1. I can't flash it in. I'm tapped out. So I found it a little too late to be able to play it this turn. Lightning Helix me. So I get my Lords out, making Silvergill Adept a 4-3. My thought process here is he's at 18, I'm at 8. I really need to start putting the pressure on him and start trying to race. He has 0 cards in hand, so I figured it's better to do that than to play Spellskite. I need to try to win here. So he activates Lavamancer, and right here I tap Aethervial in response. So at the time I was thinking I want to flash in Spellskite, but then I was like, wait a minute, I'm going to pay 2 life to prevent 2 damage? Like, it didn't make any sense. But since I already tapped out, I needed to do something, so I just flashed in Master of the Pearl Trident. I was like, whatever, you know. He's dead next turn, and my creatures are out of burn range, so that's something. But, I mean, realistically, he's just going to try to kill me. He's not going to worry about my creatures. Oh, he suspended Rift Bolt, so that's coming in. I really like this art, too. It's pretty cool. So he's going to take me down to 3. He's going to activate Grim Lavamancer, take me down to 1. So if he draws a land or a Goblin Guide, then I win. So this is a pivotal, and this is how burn matchups really go. It's in the late game, it's pretty much you just having your fingers crossed, hoping he draws something that he doesn't want, anything besides a burn spell, you know. So it's a gamble, and he drew Skullcrack, killing me. So I lost. All right, game 3, round 1. I kept this hand. I got a Curse Catcher to counter some burn. I got Spellskite I can redirect. I got Mutavault I can attack with. The only problem with this is that it's a 1-lander, which means I'd have to draw Cavern of Souls or an island to be able to play my Lord of Atlantis, and there's no Aethervial. I'd much rather have like Aethervial instead of Master of Waves at this point, but I kept just because of the early game is okay. I had Spellskite, Curse Catcher can do some work. Mutavault can do some work. So he suspends Rift Bolt. Looks like I learned how to attack with Curse Catcher, so that's good. So here I can pay 2 life and redirect it to Spellskite. It would save me a point of damage. But I'm at 20 life. I can take 3 damage. It's so early in the game. I'd rather have Spellskite out later. So there's Stony Silence, which surprised me when I first saw it. I've never seen a burn deck run Stony Silence before, but I don't know. I don't really agree with it. Draw another Mutavault, which isn't good. I'd rather have an island at this point. So I attack for 3. He's down at 13. I'm at 17. It's looking alright. So he plays Blood Moon, and I don't agree with this at all. Like, I don't. If you want to interact with your opponent's lands, run Molten Rain. And same thing, if you want to deal with your opponent's artifacts, run Smash to Smithereens. I mean, that's the thing too, is we saw him last game with both those, Molten Rain and Smash to Smithereens. So what's his sideboard? Is he running 4 Stony Silence and 4 Smash to Smithereens? And same with Blood Moon. Is he running Blood Moon and Molten Rain? Like, I don't know. I don't agree with that at all. Like, it's just, I'd really like to see a sideboard. I don't think it's very versatile for this format, I bet. So I drew an island. That's really good. At this point, after drawing that island, I was just like, yeah, I'm going to win. I mean, come on. He even turned off his only white source. So at this point, like, he has 4 cards in hand. I'm hoping they're Lightning Helixes. And he has, like, another Stony Silence and another Blood Moon in his hand. That's what I'm hoping. So I play my Lord. He Lava Spikes me. I cast Merrow Reedry. I'm just trying to race him now. Just trying to get this game over with. He, in response, Shard Volley, sacrificing Bloodstained Mire. He's going to kill my Lord of Atlantis, which is smart on his part. He's trying to slow me down. So I get in for 2. I Spreading Seas his mountain. Draw a card. I'm really hoping his hands just Boros Charms and Lightning Helixes. I cast Master of Waves. I'm going to try to tap down his mountain with Merrow Reedry. He taps in response. Another Shard Volley, destroying Merrow Reedry. So he sacked Sacred Foundry with his Shard Volley, so it got rid of my Spreading Seas. So my creatures no longer have Island Walk if I draw another Lord. But I mean, at this point, I have Master of Waves out. He has protection from red. So he plays Goblin Guide. But he can't really attack with it. I drew my whole playset of Mutavaults. And of course, the time I do that, he has Blood Moon out. So I mean, really, Stony Silence stopped Spellskite and Blood Moon stopped my Mutavaults, but I still don't agree. Burn deck should not be running these. Every spell in a burn deck's main deck and sideboard should be dealing some sort of damage to your opponent. So I attack with these 3. He blocks here. I didn't attack with Curse Catcher because I figured he's at 2 lands. Like, if he draws a basic Plains and casts Boros Charm, I guess I couldn't really counter it. But if he doesn't draw anything, I could counter any of his 2-drops. So I didn't want to just, lose Curse Catcher. He's at 7. I could have brought him down to 1 if he would have blocked Curse Catcher, because I'm going to hit him for 6. But, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I missed a point of damage there. I don't think it really matters at this point. Yeah, he concedes. Just, there's no way he can crawl back from that. Alright, well, I'll see you in round 2.